Coach, does it help your team at all going through game week, knowing who your starting quarterback is definitively?
I mean, we played well with both of them. You know, what you want to try to do is try to get the starter. He gets a few more reps than the second teamer that you think going in. So, but they both get a ton of reps and they're both prepared because we do so many repetitions in practice. You know, I guess it does a little bit, but both guys can play really well.
Coach, last year, Stanford pretty much pushed you guys around a little.
Yeah.
They were a pretty physical football team. I mean, how do you talk to your guys about that? How do you handle that and remind them of that? Or
they're definitely a physical football team. They're big and strong. They still are pushing people around. You know, they ran the ball well against Notre Dame. Notre Dame had some dudes up front. So we've got to be able to match their physicalness and up it, just like they want to match our physicalness and up ours. So we're a more physical team than we were last year. We're just bigger and stronger and kind of understand what we're doing a little bit better. So, but we've got to come with a physical mentality, or they'll run us out of there if we don't come with that mentality.
Spread. Stanford's been physical for a long time, and you were really physical running the ball this last week, right? Has the importance of physical football maybe been lost a little bit on some people, or has it always been there?
Well, the physical part of it, you've got that's what changes football from other games. It's just the physicalness of it, and so you have to have that to be successful. And I believe that we have that, and definitely Stanford's had it for a while, and I think we've gotten better in that area.
So it can't just be bats and balls.
Again, in some games you can be, but if you want to keep going and you end up playing some teams that are real men out there, you've got to be physical, yes.
How impressed have you been with your defensive front, these three guys up front?
They've done well, and our backups, you know, have come in and done well. Leo and Chase Frankie and Tim Coleman, and so that's helped us. You know, in the game the other night, we were rotating them in and out, and they've played stout. Jeff Coates done a good job with those guys, and you know, they're big and strong. I mean, they're powerful guys, and so our backups that come in are powerful, which is you know, something that we haven't had that much depth in that area, and that makes a huge difference for us.
Relative to your expectations of him, how has Josh Tupou done this season?
Josh has done really well. He's handled we take care of the A-gaps, and he takes care of the A-gaps both sides by himself, and he's done an excellent job with that, and he's played hard and been extremely motivated. I've been very pleased with what Josh has done.
Is the kicking conversation still fluid right now?
Yeah, it's still fluid right now. It sure is.
How's your offensive lineman? You've had some injuries there. How's Aaron Hagler?
Aaron's getting well. He won't be able to go this week. We hope to have him back for the UCLA game. And you know, Shane Callahan is backing up both tackle spots and played in the game some Saturday. Sam got a little sick out there for a minute, and Shane came in and did well. So we feel good about that. We would love to get Aaron back, though, as quick as we can.
you talked about the physicality of your defensive line. Has your offensive line up that in that area
have.
too?
Yeah, they definitely have. One of the things that we're doing better is we're staying on blocks and finishing them. You know, guys aren't coming off. We're not, you know, before we would block them and they come off the last second and kind of get the guy, and the hole wouldn't be quite as clean. Now the holes are cleaner, and so that's why you're seeing our running backs breaking the secondary. Now you're going, God, they're making them miss tackles, or those guys don't tackle. Well, when you're running full speed and you haven't had any disruption, you can see that safety coming, and you can see the backside corner, and now you can make an adjustment. If you're coming off getting pulled and the hole's not as clean, it's harder to make those guys miss, and that's where our offensive line has done that a lot more often, and that's helped us run the football better.
You're getting guys to the second level then.
Yeah, exactly.
You rotated John Huckins in there too.
Yeah.
Is that just a reward for him practicing well? Or?
No, John. You know, John was doing really, really well for us, and then he hurt his hand. Remember earlier, and so he missed a couple games, and he came back, and he kind of got back. You know, we feel like John's really a starter, so we rotate him at both guard spots, and he could play center too. Sully Weefels did a good job at the center spot. So when we can rotate him, that keeps us fresher. And those guards, we pull them a lot, and if we can keep them fresher, they pull better, they stay on the blocks better, they get around quicker. And John, I don't mind having John out there at all. So he's a good football player for us. He started, you know, some last year too.
Last year it almost seemed like rotating all those guys was a detriment to your team. This year is an advantage.
Well, you know, last year we had to rotate them after a while. We had so many people hurt, and we had to move positions with them. But this year we've been able to stay healthy, basically, except for Aaron, and he's not season-ending. And so I felt like that when you can play guys that have played a lot and be able to rotate in some and not miss a beat, which we haven't, that's good. If they're brand new out there, it's a little bit different.
That goes against convention of wanting those 5 guys.
Right? Well, yeah, exactly. But with as many plays and as fast as we play, if they get worn down, we're not going to be effective. And so the speed of the game and the tempo of our game helps us be a necessity to do that some.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Mike.